The fragrance of white lilies drawing me deep while I wait and we won't accept that you're gone. No meaning in moving on. Let me rest here beyond this pain. Sweet refuge, may I remain locked in time with you. Flame of desire, of lilies and ice and fire, come to me, fill me, kisses, joy, entice me, beautiful still.
And my speech is like cultural bask in my woods. I hope I was convinced enough to sway him, and I pray that I'm correct about his sickest desires. And his reaction is exactly what I was expecting. He laughs, a big, hearty guffaw that scares a few nearby birds instead of flying to safety. Clapping his hands together so that he inches closer to me, until I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out? I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps. But you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
A bead of shrimp forms on my back of my neck. I'm not exactly bluffing because I have planned on this whole scenario in detail. But until I actually try to pull off such a maneuver, I couldn't spectate that it would work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy. So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure. Don't make me regret it. But listen. What I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about. Got it?
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together? Shouldn't we be open and honest and build a trusting partnership?
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work. I'll help you craft your elaborate photos. No charge. I get privacy, you get an assistant. Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
I think about Shopper. It's true that I don't really need to know what he's going to do with the corpse on awful. The whole thing is illegal away, so if he wants to take a photo, that's not on me. And if I can get some assistance, it will surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I need muscle to move bodies for stars. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Culture extends a hand as I grip as firmly as my frail bones will allow. The shake once, and Culture offers me a surprising warm smile. His intense modest demeanor suddenly reveals an evil Culture's awkward alien self.
Saws about the love confession stuff before. Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
Seriously? Did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his eyes for absolutely no reason? So all he wanted to a chance to take me out?
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. With spoken contracts as good as anything to me, I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
That is?
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve. Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business. I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that.
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory? I might know a place.
A factory?
An abandoned factory, all for our Corpse Girls collection. I like the sound of that. It's pretty late by the time I get back home. I'm completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojiro took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth is parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Still, I'm happy with the end results. That mean was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojiro to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. I figured I should tune in for the night since I need to be at the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of closet pushed on my sleeve and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I'll take a quick look for requests to peek. Laptop open and logged in, I feel such a endorphin slug me across the face when I see a notification from one new request. Screwing like overexcited screw call, open the message of your details. 6:02 p.m. Kodami Ida, I think is. Four large numbers, easy first screen. Woman may age with a strong expression, well groomed and dressed in business attire. And immediately familiar. Kodami Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. I wonder if Shinda did that. Shinda doesn't take me to kind of do it though. Like do something like that, but considering how it's been and he's been pretty much sexually harassed, I think Kodami Ida, or I think Shina would definitely go for that if he really hated her. I feel like, I don't know how he feels, but I feel like maybe, obviously, he doesn't like her at all. Seeing this request come through the site gives me this order to send today's review. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The intro hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. The Kane, even though Noriko didn't know she was in the exact or whatever, it was the same situation. Kodami Ida isn't the first local match to have a different question. Though I didn't know at the time, Akane Shiromaki also worked in my building, and her death was questioned not all that long ago. Kodami Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company. She's an insect, just like Shiromaki. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomori confessed that she was the one to request Shiromaki's death, and she seemed to regret doing so. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'll go on to upload Kodami's Ida photos to the site. So who could want Kodami Ida dead? She isn't the most likable person, but who really is? She deals with the juniors on a floor on a regular basis, just like the juniors like me, Tomori, Shinya. Shinya. That's right, thanks to Kodami, Shinya's prospects at the company are dead in dirt. That's before even diving into the true sides of the court relationship. But would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like a type, but I let our son, I'm far too tired to went through my myriad possibilities tonight. I don't think I can bring my weary fingers to navigate to the base of the sea star on this request. I'll tag this in my word. No matter the reasons behind the request, Kodami Ida will receive a coach photo. That's my convention as Corpse Girl at all. I closed it later on my laptop and threw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to claim me quickly. June 10th. Wednesday morning.
I need to talk to you.
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Come on, just follow me.
I got Tomorrow's wrist and guide her away from the lavender desk into an area waiting patient for us. We emerged from the double doors into a lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significant more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitated for a moment, even though I went through the scenario in my head during my train ride. I'm sure X about playing it out now. But this issue involves tomorrow, either directly or indirectly, as my friend she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
Huh? Did you get one of them photos?
Her reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved as through Mike instead of the news would have more of an impact on her.
Well, no, I don't think so, but
How do you know then?
that's hard to explain. Just bear with me. Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya will confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomorrow's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows the true nature of the relationship, judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at,
What?
I think maybe that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
Stunned, I could hardly formulate a response to Tomorrow's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you?
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright? I spoke with him, real deep and meaningful like. He confided in me, but since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Seriously?
I've feigned a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken back that she actually confessed to
It's been
Tomorrow.
going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been
She's
doing.
crying. I didn't realize it.
I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
I tried to digest Tomorrow's words. I don't know that Shinya has been putting up with abuse for such a long time. So Kotomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. She's probably looking for a reason, any reason to discard him, and that's like instant reality was just enough for her to seize. If you quit your company, she won't get found out. It's just a simple plan, but utterly
We
dubious.
should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember? I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
Tomorrow cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I push myself as I watch the girl slowly turn inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought I was glad to reveal this information to Tomorrow. Should have come out mouth shut and referred to the quest like always. Dang it, why does my crush always get the better of me? Would it cause my own desire at the way I'm going?
Oh, I figured it out. Kotomi must have received a photo and told you about it, huh? Wow, that Corpse Girl sure works fast.
Tomorrow's gleeful expression suddenly caves into the gas.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that? When I think about it, there was that time you got a photo but nothing happened to you. Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
I felt Tomorrow takes a purposely step towards me.
You're a Corpse Girl, aren't you? You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I averted my gaze and looked to the floor in silence.
God, are you for real? I can't believe it.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it. What the fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
The hell you don't! Explain that bitch Tsurumaki!
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Joy blinks a few times, her face scratched up and analyzes my blank expression.
You're telling the truth. Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
Let's not go back now. After having my true identity for nearly a year, I met Rivera to 2 people in less than 24 hours. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies. But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
She's okay with it?
I thought you'd be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing. Though it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
Somebody laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder, so I shrink away later, but a good chill is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief rush through her body.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
I said I don't kill people, remember?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
It's an embarrassingly small number.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame. Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Moe shrinks around and looks towards her as she turns back and gives me a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Well, the police, for starters?
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer. I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Somebody ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision, you know. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotomi Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove to tomorrow that I'm not messing around and I might submit our friendship even further. I just have to get through the rest of the workday. Then I can return home and focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun began. I reached to the door and clutched a cheap plastic button phone between my fingers. Crafted the photo of Kotomi Ida stunned. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 AM. It doesn't have much if Kotomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotomi will look at the phone tonight. She'll either freak out in it or immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. I can cross my fingers and hope that my divine intervention, someone else would take her life, but based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else was ever involved in deaths of Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else were my last few attempts I failed? No, my best bet is to urge Kotomi to simply kill herself, and convince her enough of course photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the button phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number, masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo to the network. If Kotomi is a screen addict like the rest of society, it should be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take this photo to the backshed site to store it, and I'll ditch it in the air on the way to the office tomorrow. I'm not expecting a reply with such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold on to the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Clenching my phone with one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the other. I step towards the door. The phone in my hand vibrates while I nearly drop it too.
What the?
I bring the screen straight to my face and radio alert. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a play for Kotomi Ida. Think this is funny? I know who you are. I will put you to the release.
Oh my god.
Holy. She actually applied. For the first time since Coco started doing work, I've actually received a reply from a victim. Even though I used the number master, actually not stopping someone from directly replying to my message. A reply message which still gets sent through the network and back to the phone SIM card. The number master simply is a stiff tactic. Deceiving the ability to view that what the phone number actually is, it doesn't prevent replies. I discard the Bono phone anyways, but it's an extra layer of skin, not to mention a bit of Comic-Con. Judging by Kutumi's response, I assume we have a fight on our hands. She's not going to give in easily. What about reporting to the police as a bluff? I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I can finally put my contingency plan to practice. I've been holding on for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two and I mash my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. Like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. I sense an instant and I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Customer response comes through within seconds. Well, I just completely changed. Please, I do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 5 industrial bag, put it into a cool locker 6644 as a Juku station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a 4-story bar and leave it on the top of the locker. After saying mission, inside I have one last bit. Do it now, make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12, do not board the train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with the addendum I hit send. Going to be truly faithful with B and should carry out the instructions. I'll respond to her shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes.
I've done it, so I convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she is no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life changing, but it'll cover my rent for a good few months. I choose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount will make it impossible for a victim to follow through. Well, I figured someone like Kotami, exec for a big company, would easily have access to this much though. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Kotami either will disappear before sunrise. Though the hours late, quite a few commoners are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's right platform underneath Labyrinth. The train station beneath my feet is spawned metropolis extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. By the time I'm standing on one of the countless street platforms above ground, the world might as well be a completely different dimension. The problem is that I'll have to brave the maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal wonder route doesn't require me to travel through the underground parcel. I'm able to exit the station with minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm so familiar with the layout of the ground. I know exactly where corn locker 6614 is located. The corn lockers and train stations like these are popular way for people and such to store luggage or pushable luggage for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. But corn locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground and my eyes take in a familiar sight. Was it 6644? Ah, it's got all the stuff on it. Locker 644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across is a door thick coat of graffiti, colorful cushwood sprayed on the thick paint adorning the locker. Graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The ice on the cake is in the condition of the corner pretty locked. The thing is busted and indented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry it in with Chiplock on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing for certain that the lock still works despite its bad appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and what makes it the perfect spot to host my pickup. For instance, at the locker, I noticed that soap bar is on top of it, surrounded by 4 bubbly perky liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Katomi eaters no one in sight. I walk past the locker, completely lap around the immediate area, skidding through a leaked floor. And she's saying, in fact, there are very few people in this latest station latest section of the station. Good, she followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bar, she left immediately. I approached the lock once more. I reach above and retrieve the soda bar, then crack it open to hear the physicist. I bring the lip of the bar to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of the key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the narrow bar to open with my fingers. Then though they are, I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bar at a time. I can tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill out to the floor, but someone sees me being a nuisance and cause a mess. How do I want the attention? I got no choice but to chug some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. As disgusting as it comes to this, I need to steal myself. I raise the bar to my lips, tilt my head back, and pour the foul liquid to my open mouth. The saccharine tang of the artificial flavor shocks my taste buds, and I immediately want to vomit. While I'm committed to seeing this through, I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. If it isn't to the empty bars half empty that the cold metal key drops to my mouth and clings against my teeth, and I nearly choke in surprise. Blood and spin, I feel dropping soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key in the soda in my mouth. I watch my fingers return to push tight lips and cover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release an pungent belch. I turn the key around and my hand is smile. My sticky teeth I adhere to my lips, and it takes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bar to a nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirts and quickly insert it into the lock. I twist the key, turn the latch, and shrink the door, lock it open. Inside that dark vase, single back a simple pimple pouch like you would get at a grocery store. I pour the pimple bag out and take a look. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills for the back. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it. I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I expect, Kristen.
It worked. My plan worked.
I can't believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I waited so long to try it out. All I need was somebody to apply to the course force, someone to try and reject their fate. I want to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to sit don't scared, and it seemed like I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper back and clench it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the button phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Katomi Ida, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When next you arrives at the platform, stop the first person to disembark. You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the corner lock and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. Katomi followed every word of my instructions. My message that would pick 500 less into your bag, put it in the corner locker 664 is Juku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Katomi an opportunity. She could trade another life on. As she kills someone exiting the train, Coach Go will spare her life. It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she's willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Senior Tomori. To us, she'll be as good as dead. And as for Kushiko, well, as long as the buyer's claim to stay, she'll be satisfied. After 3 minutes of playing for play, I figured that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Can't you witness how this unfolds? I take the nearest escalator up towards the train platform. See, it's absolute chaos. Did she kill more than one? It was difficult at all to navigate the area. All I had to do was follow the echo and screams. I spied the shattered form of a body lying on the platform in front of me. I can't make it out any details, but a shadow of blood reflects the harsh light shining from high up. To my surprise and delight, a second body sprawled across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse, with one arm raised against the side of a vending machine. A dueling stretched through me out by the scene. Katomi Ida, she meant to take out 2 people. She might be my new favorite person in the entire world. Hear panic voices in the background. I turn my head slowly. What the? Two more bodies on the ground? Two men expensive looking suits are collapsing in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving the gold and somebody to steam the tide of gore. God. A little lustful tingling sensation begins to storm rise through my belly. My thighs prepare for now. I feel my toes clench and my breathing goes heavier. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. A woman is slumped in water. The plastic shifts along the platform. May sense it. Or shoot like a sting with red. But it looks similar to Katumi either, but I don't know if that really is her. A thick knife with a black thread protrudes from the side of her neck. A babbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmer blade and pours with her short color. Even with her face mask of blood, it doesn't take me even a few seconds to recognize her identity. Enemy Eater. Dead. Jesus. So was she so strong with fear that she killed 4 people and took her own life with it? I thought she was going to get caught. But, oh, no one was going to get caught, but it looks like, yeah, she ended up killing herself. I swing around it and take in the entirety of the platform, counting up the bodies in the path of slaughter. My mind pieces together the Erika scenario. Katomi waited as the train doors opened, knife drawn. The knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out the chain, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw, lying on the edge of the platform, was perfectly in line next to the train to face this theory. As Panic Katomi would have attempted to flee, she bumped into her second victim, like Roma slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Just by the wound on Katomi's own body, I would assume that the two men like faced down, tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wound before finally managing to whisk the knife away and planted it to Katomi's neck. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that how this whole event played out, it was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Katomi would meet her end once the plan has been set into motion. I would have been satisfied if it was simply skipping town. I feel my legs weaken under my weight and I'm afraid I might buckle any second. The waves of radiant heat spread through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood, it's everywhere. I've seen it in countless photos and thought it had become desensitized to it. Maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get out of here before I collapse in this shredded heap of lust and pleasure. I turn on my heel and sprint down the rise escalator as fast as my creamy legs will permit.